Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hello and welcome. I am Dylan Wrights. Anok Gaming. This is your co-host. This is my co-host, Keldon or Darth Vexed. And we are going to go over 19. We're going to go over 2 years for this Commander video. We're going over 1995 and 1996. We're doing that because 1996 has like what 12, 15 commanders. Does not have a lot. So we're going to combine both. And start off strong with General Jarkeld. This is a 1-2 for 4. 3 generic and a white. And you tap it to switch the blocking creatures of 2 attacking creatures. All defense must remain legal. Use this ability during combat and only during combat.
Yeah, it's like a C.
Yeah,
it's better than like every other ability in the other year.
Yeah, and we are including the other year in our rankings now. So yeah, we'll give it a C. I'm good with a C. You want to do the whole thing?
No.
Why?
Fine. If Martin Strum...
It's a 1-1 for 4. 2 generic, 2 red.
2 generic, 2 red. It's from Ice Age. If Martin Stormglide attacks, all other attacking creatures get plus X until end of turn, where X is equal to the number of attacking creatures. If
Martin
blocks, all other blocking creatures get plus X until end of turn, where X is equal to the number of blocking creatures.
My one problem, this is a really good card.
It's a 1-1.
It's a 1-1. So it will die every combat.
But you swing a 7 creatures,
however,
your other 6 are getting plus 7.
7, and then if you block...
They're getting huge.
Yeah.
So yes, he's gonna die. You gotta give him some protection or some evasion if you're attacking.
I was thinking that, or you just have to have a big enough board to justify having him die.
Or you have a card that after it attacks, you blink it so it doesn't die, or you remove it from combat.
Or you regenerate it, because wasn't there a...
There's regenerate cards, yeah.
Well, yeah, but there's also that green, white, red card that tapped and regenerated, so if that was in the 99... But we're not going off the 99. We're going off this as a mono red.
He's red.
Yeah. When we hit Kamigawa, he's going to get a ton of red attackers. So he'll be pretty good then. But currently...
I mean, that's just strong, buffing them all.
Yeah, I think he's really strong. I wish he cost 2 or 3 instead. Or he was even like a 3/3 for 4. That'd be bonkers. But I would say he's a B tier. B or even low A.
Yeah, I can see a B.
Alright. Cool. Well, Martin, you're B tier. Alright, next we have a commander that is still played today. This is Marique Berit. A 1-1 for 3. 1 white, 1 blue, 1 black. And it says, this does not untap during your untap step. And it has the ability, tap it to gain control of target creature. Lose control of that creature if you lose control of Marique. If Marique leaves play or becomes untapped, sacrifice that creature. So this is a strictly better version of the other card that we saw from last year, where you do the same thing, essentially. Except for this is even better because you sacrifice the creature. This is cheaper. And the one thing that I do like about the other one, though, is that you have the option to untap if you want to. But yeah, I would give this an S tier commander, or an S tier.
Yeah, she is pretty good.
Maybe even God tier.
Taking the biggest threat off the table, and if something else pops up, you just have an untap card, untap synergy, and sacrifice the old threat, take the new one.
Yeah. So what do you think? S or God?
S.
S? Alright.
There's better.
Ben?
Bro, there's a skeleton ship?
Yes, but back then, I'd say there
S.
isn't better. Back then.
No, I'm sure there's going to be better on this list.
Alright.
Like skeleton ship.
Alright, you want to read it?
Skeleton ship. It's a 3 colorless, 1 blue, 1 black, 0/3. If at any time you control no islands, it buries skeleton ship. Tap, put a -1/-1 counter on target creature.
It's cool. It's super cool, but it is so bad.
Well, at least
Yeah, I give
has
it a
an
D.
ability.
My problem is that it's a 0-3 for 5. If it was like a 3-3 or a 1-3 or a 2-3.
Look, you know, you're playing this in the olden days. Boom, you can just kill this. Boom, you can just kill this. Like, there's so many little, not really in this list because they're all super expensive and super big, but there's just so many little creatures that you can kill instantly. And it's counters, so you can just keep doing it.
You know, if I were to run it in a deck today, I'd run it in a slug deck.
I wouldn't run it all today.
Oh, well, no, I wouldn't, but it'd be funny.
Because it's
like,
cool.
Guys, I'm going to play skeleton shit. Anyway. So I'd say D.
D.
Yeah. Alright. Has-der the Abbot is an old woman, 2/5. She costs 3 generic and 2 white. And pay X, tap her, redirect, has-der the Abbot X damage X damage dealt to any white creature you control. So you can change the damage being dealt from one white creature to another.
Her.
Yes. So she can just take the punch for a creature.
If you pay that much.
To be honest, F.
Yeah, I'm very meh.
You want to do the next one? We're just going to switch off.
Rashka the Slayer. She is a 3 generic, 2 white, 3/3. Can block creatures with flying. If assigned to block any black creatures, Rashka the Slayer gets +1/+2 on an end of turn. So she is a racist.
She has reach. She's also a racist. And racist magic cards are funny. So
She's a
I give her a B. D?
D. She's not
But she
that
has
good.
reach.
But she's not that good.
Yeah, but she could block an Elder Dragon.
And die.
Well, yeah, she'll die, but she can block one.
And die. She's not that good.
So you're saying D, I'm saying B. Do you want to
Her-
go low C?
Just her ability adds nothing to the game. She's not advancing your board state. She's not getting you value. She's just bigger if she blocks a black creature.
Oh, yeah. I'd say
And
low
she
C
has reach.
because she's racist.
Is that a good thing?
Yeah, because racist magic cards are funny.
But, okay. Sure.
Well, but also, I said B, you said D, so
Alright.
C is also in the middle. But also, it's funny because she's racist. Next up, we have Soraya the Falconer. Pay 2 white and a generic 1 for a 2/2. All falcons, which isn't really a creature type. I don't know of any falcons. All falcons get +1/+1, and you can pay 1 in a generic 1 in a white. Target falcon gains banding on the turn. So I'm guessing all falcons have flying. And so what you would do is it buffs all falcons. So you would pay 2 and band 2 falcons together so that they have to be double blocked, or they have to be 2 of them have to be blocked by 1 to kill something bigger.
That's not very good. I can't think of a single falcon in Magic besides there's a 1-mana 1/2 first strike in Standard. That's the only one I can think of.
Yeah, but we also haven't been playing for that long, so there could have been like 10 falcons back then. I'm gonna say D, because there are no falcons. You want to do this next one?
Sure, what's that?
Rebecca Wizard
Savant?
Savant. Yes, Savant.
No, that's a dude. That is...
No, it says Savant.
No, I know. Savant. And I said she, then I corrected myself.
Oh, okay, that's
'cause
what
I'm
you were...
pretty
I
sure
thought
that's
you
a
were
dude.
saying that's a she because I said Savant, and I'm like, I don't think you know what Savant means.
No, because I said she, but I'm pretty sure that's a dude. But anyways, they, because I don't know, are 2 blue 0/1 that can tap and deal 2 damage to target creature or player and does not untap during your next untap step.
F.
That is
F.
awful.
That's so bad. It's a 0/1 for 4! I'm gonna turn on the fan.
Alright, yeah, yeah, that's an F. Yeah, get that shit out of here.
Next up, we have a commander that was played until very recently. We have Baron Singir. It is a 5/5 for 8, 5 generic and 3 black, and it has flying. And whenever a creature is put into the graveyard, the same turn as Baron damaged it, put +2/+2 on, put 2 +1/+1 counters on Baron. And then it has tap, regenerate target vampire. I'd say this is a high A, if not a low S.
It's alright. I mean,
But it
8 mana
also,
for 5/5 flyer.
and whenever a
that can get
creature
bigger
dies,
to
if it was
end.
dealt damage by Baron, Baron
It
gets
bigger.
2+1/+1 counters. So it becomes a 7/7, and then a 9/9, and then an 11/11.
Yeah, he's alright.
And it has flying, so it has an evasive ability.
It's like a bee. He's just mad expensive. And he synergizes with vampires, and I personally can't think of a single good vampire from back then.
I mean, vampires back then was a pretty strong strategy. I was giving it an A or an S, and you gave it a B. So what do you think, low A or high B?
Low A. Grandmother Senger is a 4 colorless, 1 black, 3/3 summon legend. She's a colorless and she has an ability, a tap ability. To pay 1 colorless and a black, tap. Target creature gets -1/-1 till end of turn. Now that is a war skeleton ship right there.
Yeah,
That's
that
what
is
that
F.
is.
Yeah, that is F. Alright, we're going to get to one of my favorite racist cards of all time. This is Ich Sans Shade. It is a 5/5 for 6, 3 generic, and 3 black. It has protection from white. It's a racism.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's just a black knight.
Yeah, that has protection from white.
And?
It's a racism.
And?
If anything has protection from another color, it's a racism.
Oh,
Especially
okay.
if it's black and white. Or black or white. Yeah, anyway.
Okay.
The next, it's F. The next card that we're getting to is probably my favorite art in the set just because it's awful. And Keldon will read that one for you.
Arini?
Yeah.
Sengir. She is 2 generic, 2 colorless, and 2 black for a 2/2. White and green enchantments each cost an additional 2 to cast. So she's a bad stacks commander.
I'd say she's F unless you know your playgroup is playing green-white enchantments.
But that's gay if you build decks just to counter your play group.
Yeah, Keldon building Coma when I was building Krenko. Yeah, you have no room. You always do. You've done that every time.
I only built 2 decks!
Yeah, and they countered my stuff.
Turgid doesn't counter shit. It's Turgid.
Either way, you straight up built Coma
Anyways,
to counter Krenko. So I don't want to hear anything about building her to counter a green-white enchantress deck.
Anyway, she blows.
I'd say
D.
I'd say D. Yeah. So she's only good if you know for sure someone's playing a green-white enchantress deck on your table. Anyway, next up we have Veldrain of Singir. 5/5 for 7, 5 generic and 2 black, and it has an ability. Pay 1 generic and 2 black, and it has Forest Walk and -3, -0 until end of turn. This is bottom of F tier. That is so bad. If it had +3, +0,
That's
it would be
still
better.
Very meh.
It's still bad,
Still
but it would be better.
F.
Yeah, but no, this is the bottom of the barrel. This is horrible.
That's garbage.
The next one is also bad.
We got Chandler. I don't even know. Half these guys
It's
look
a he.
high.
It's a
Alright.
he.
We got a 4 colorless, 1 red, 3/3 with a tap ability to pay 3 red, destroy target artifact creature.
F.
Too specific. F.
All right, next one we have Garon, the Relentless. This guy's got piercing blue eyes, and he's
I
wearing.
think that's Aaron, or Aaron, because down there it's an E.
Well,
Gron.
Ironic the Relentless.
Ironic.
It's a 5/2 for 3 generic and 3 red, or 2 red, and Ironic can attack the turn it comes into play.
So we got a 5 mana.
It's a 5/2 haste for 5 mana, and you can pay 3 red and regenerate it.
Very
D.
bad, but not the worst.
D. Yeah.
We got Joven. Man's got some mad mascara
Dude,
going on.
man is like, he's like every fat dude that listens to metal and is like, it's not a phase, mom. That's every white guy that does that.
Joven, the opposite of Chandler. He is a 3 colorless, 2 red, 3/3. Pay 3 red, destroy target non-creature artifact.
Now that's better.
That's better,
problem
but
is
still
it costs
very
5.
specific.
Yeah, but
that is.
the problem is it costs. Actually, they both cost 5. He's strictly better. This got an F So I'd say this gets a minimum of D.
Yeah. He's a D.
He's a D? All
He's
right.
a D.
Next up, we have Autumn Willow. We got a MILF here. She's a 4/4 for 4 generic and 2 green. She has hexproof. Actually, she has Shroud, because she cannot be the target of spells or effects by anyone. Then you can pay a green, and target player may target her with a spell or effects until end of turn. Yeah, she's just good. I'd say she's a B.
All right, next we got a
Stop coming in.
Daughter of Autumn. She's a 2 colors, 2 green, 2/4, with an activated ability of
Here, do you want me to read it for you?
one white, redirect to Daughter of Autumn, 1 damage dealt to a white creature.
F.
Yeah.
That's so
that's
bad.
bad.
All right, we are moving on to 1996. All right, this is a big year, and there's actually going to be a god tier commander, maybe 2 in this year. So yeah, this is 1996. This is Kesa. She is a 2/3 for 5 mana, 3 generic, 2 green. It says all green creatures you control have +1/+1. This is an S tier commander.
She's an expensive lord.
Yes, but she's one of the
Very
first.
expensive.
One of the first lords, though. It's for all green creatures, so she's not a specific lord. Well, she's not as
I
specific.
guess she's a 5 mana 3/4 then.
Yeah,
That's still
which
kind
is
of mad.
still
though.
pretty good, though. Well, I mean, it's
I'd say
pretty
like
good.
A B. I don't think mono green would be that strong in 1996, and just pumping all your creatures by 1 is kind of.
Nothing back then was strong in 1996.
Well, aren't we glad we started playing in the 2000s?
So, okay, so I gave her an S. You gave her a B.
Let's go down the middle and give her an F.
So I'd say either an A or like a high B.
High B. She's very underwhelming.
All right, high B.
Lord of Tressorhorn. He is a 1 colorless blue, black, red 10/4. When Lord of Tressorhorn comes into play, pay 2 life and sacrifice 2 creatures, and target opponent draws 2 cards. Effects that prevent or redirect damage cannot be used to counter this loss of life. Then you can pay 1 black and regenerate him.
S tier. Actually, A tier. Because you have to pay
think.
2 life and sacrifice 2 creatures.
Even when you regenerate him, though, he dies, and then you return him tapped to the battlefield, so he's re-entering, so you're going to have to sack another 2 creatures.
Oh, you're right.
And then another opponent, you pay 2 more life, and then another opponent draws 2 more cards. Sacking 2 creatures every
I'd say
time.
I've changed my opinion. I'd say F.
He's like, if you have a token deck, then sure. I mean,
he's a
just
10-4. That's OP.
just giving your opponents cards though every time you play your commander.
Yeah, F.
Yeah.
Or a D. F or D.
D, because you can build synergies around them to stop them from drawing,
Alright.
or tokens, so you don't have to sacrifice good shit.
Okay, next up we have Feldegriff. This is the Hippo Commander, boys. I guess he's not a hippo, he's a Feldegriff.
He
Anyway.
looks like a hippo.
Well, he is a hippo, but he has wings. So it's like how
a hippo with wings.
Well, no, so it's like how a horse with wings is a Pegasus.
No, that's a horse with wings.
Okay. Anyway, Feldegriff is a 4/4 for 4. 1 generic, 1 white, 1 blue, 1 green. And it has an ability for each of those colors. So for white, you can pay a white, fly. It gains flying until end of turn, and then target opponent gains 2 life. Which is not very good, but it does gain flying. And then you can pay a blue. Return Feldegriff to its owner's hand. Target opponent may draw a card. So that one, you can dodge a removal spell. But I also don't like giving opponents card advantage. And then pay a green, it gains trample until end of turn, and put a hippo token into play. And its third ability is pay a green, and it gains trample until end of turn. Then you put a hippo token into play under target opponent's control. Treat that token as a 1/1 green creature. So that's pretty good.
So this is like a group hug command.
It
You're
is.
giving people life. You're drawing people cards, making people creatures.
Yep.
But I've also seen combos with this person. I don't remember what the card is called, but you give them a bunch of 1/1s.
Mm-hmm.
They can't attack with them because of summoning sickness. I think it's called Horn of Heralds. And
Oh,
for each
okay.
creature you control, that doesn't attack, you take a damage.
Yep.
So, that's kind of mean, but this looks like a really nice,
Commander.
very nice
Group hug
commander.
Yeah, I'm actually building a group hug deck, and it was gonna be Feldergriff, but then last minute I decided not to do Feldergriff. But yeah, the card that you were talking about doesn't come out for years, so if I remember correctly. So really cool card. I'd say it's an S tier. S tier group hug, A tier, B tier if you don't build group hug.
I can agree with that. Yeah, it's pretty meh, but I mean group hug,
But also, it's a hippo. Should we just say A tier? Just kind of in the middle.
Sure.
Because it's a flying hippo. This
know.
one's all you, bro.
Rashida Scalebane. They are a 3 mana, 2 white, 3/4. You can tap them to sacrifice target. Because bury target attacking or blocking dragon. Gain amount of life equal to that dragon's power. F.
So I'm gonna say he's a D tier commander.
Like a D, yeah.
I'm gonna go back to the black chick that says green and white enchantments cost 2 more. It's just like that. If you're gonna be playing against a dragon deck, it instantly becomes better. But
not much better.
Not
that's
much
still
better.
Very
it only goes up to
ability.
a very low B, if that. Probably a C. But yeah, it's a very niche ability, so it's getting a D. All right, next up we have Sidar Jabari. It is a 2/2 for 3 generic and 1 white. It has flanking. Flanking's a fun ability, unless it's all slivers gain flanking, then it's really bad. Flanking says, whenever a creature without flanking is assigned to block this creature, the blocking creature gets -1/-1 until end of turn. And then, if Sidar Jabari attacks, tap target creature defending player controls. I'd say that's pretty good.
It's alright. Not the best.
Flanking isn't that great.
No, it's not. But, it can kill their little chump blockers,
and it also taps their big creatures, too.
Yeah, so you can trade with 3/3s. You can win the 2/2 fight.
Yeah.
Automatically kill the 1/1s.
Yeah. I'd say
that's like
it's a C tier commander.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got this.
Zuberi, Golden Feather. The Griffin. Yeah, that's a Griffin.
Well, it's technically a Griffin, but it doesn't. Oh, wait, it does say it counts as a Griffin. So it is a Griffin. Wow.
So this Griffin is a 4 colorless, 1 white, 3/3. That's alright. It got flying, and all other Griffins get +1/1. So it's a lord for Griffins.
This goes back to the Falcon thing. There's not many Griffins.
No,
however, they just came out with another Griffin commander this year. So, like...
But Griffin, you're saying back then.
Well, yeah, no. Looking at it back then, it's awful.
It's probably, like you said, for Falcons, only like 10 of them.
Yeah, it's like a D.
Yeah.
Anyway, next up, we have Hakim, the Lore Weaver. A really bad card. However, really cool artwork. Hakim, the Lore Weaver, is a 2/4 for 3 generic and 2 blue, and it has flying. Then you can pay 2 blue to put target creature enchantment card from your graveyard on Hakim. Treat this enchantment as though it were just played. Use this ability only during your upkeep, and only if there are no enchantments on Hakim. Then you can pay 2 blue, tap Hakim, and destroy all enchantments on Hakim. D.
Yeah. Alright, Taniwa.
Taniwa?
Taniwa.
Taniwa, I don't know. Taniwa? Tanihua?
Some sea serpent. It's a 3 colorless, 2 blue, 7/7 with phasing and trample. At the beginning of your upkeep, all lands you control phase out.
So what this does is every upkeep, this phases out, and then the next upkeep, your lands phase out. So it swaps the lands and this. And the problem is because you're switching phases, you can't just tap the lands to carry over the generic.
That's very niche.
It's a really bad card. It's an F in my mind. However, it does.
I'm sure there's some combos with it.
It is a 7/7 with trample. So that is the only thing that I can think of that's good. Back then, I don't think there were any combos with this. I doubt it.
What's that from? Mirage?
Yeah.
Probably not.
Next one, we have Parage of Urborg. One of the first references of Urborg that I know of. It is a 2/3 for 3 generic and 2 black, and it says first strike when attacking. Wow. And then it has pay black. Put a +1/+1 counter on Parage Urborg. Use this ability only when a black spell is successfully cast, and only once for each such spell.
Very.
I give it D.
Meh.
It's awful.
It's not.
It's not F bad, but it's still bad.
It's still better than half the other D's though, because at least this is playable. You know.
I guess C.
You put a 1 black tax on all of your spells you cast,
And that gets bigger.
and it gets bigger. When you attack with it, it's a first striker when attacking.
That's what I don't like. Is it's only a first striker when attacking, because then you can't really block with it.
Yeah, you can.
I mean, you
It'll just
can,
get big.
but you can as long as it's big. But you have to think you're paying 5 for a 2/3. So on turn 5, what's everyone else playing? A 7/7. This one happens to be small.
No one's playing that.
On turn 5,
No
this
one's
one's a
playing that
3/4. Turn 5, this is a 3/3 of flying. Turn 4, this is a 4/4. Turn 4, this is a 10/4. And like so on and so forth all the way back. So I give it C.
It still has better abilities. Than
It does
the
have
other.
better abilities, but
Yeah, C is decent.
I don't want to be
for
taking
it.
my turn 5 to play a 2/3. Okay, you got creepy lady.
Shauku, and Bringer. She's a 5 generic, 2 black, 5/5. She has flying. When she Shauku and Bringer cannot attack if there's another creature in play.
During your upkeep,
Lose 3 life. You can tap her to remove target creature from the game, and put a 1/1 counter on her.
so basically, she's a 7 mana removal spell after the turn you play her. Because you're never going
There's
to
always
attack.
going to be a creature.
Yeah, but the only thing that I think is funny is she's like every old Victoria's Secret model where they're all anorexic, but they have like a little bit of boobies. That's all. I just wanted to say.
Keep
about
in
it.
mind, you're also paying 3 life just to keep her around.
Oh yeah, no,
Well,
she's bad.
Yeah.
The only thing that she's good with doing is exiling, but she doesn't have haste.
Yeah, that's... Just to exile one thing, you've already spent a turn playing her for 7 mana.
And you have
And
to tap her, so you can't even
You have to
attack.
lose 3 life.
And because you're tapping her, you can't even attack with her.
Yeah, that is... D.
F.
At least she can do something,
The only
though.
thing she really does is removes a creature.
That's better than the no abilities.
Yeah, but there are no abilities in this set. There are no abilities in this set. It was only in in this year. It was only in 1994.
Alright.
I say F.
Yeah.
Spirit of the Night is a 6/5 for 9 mana. 6 generic, 3 black. And it has flying, trample, protection from black, first strike when attacking, and it is unaffected by summoning sickness, so it has haste. So for 9 mana, you're getting a 6/5 flample with first strike as well.
That's
With haste.
expensive.
It is, but it's a pretty strong hit. I'd say it's a D.
D, yeah. Hivis of the Scale. The lizard person is a 3 generic, 2 red, 3/4. You may choose not to untap Hivis of the Scale during your untap phase. You can tap it, gain control of target dragon. If Hivis becomes untapped or you lose control of Hivis, lose control of that dragon.
Again, this goes back to the +2 mana for all green and white. It goes back to the gain control of target dragon or whatever it is. Or no, destroy target berry dragon. It's only good if you're playing against a dragon deck. And even then, it's aight. I give it a D.
Yeah.
Tellum Tor. It's a 2/2 for 4 generic and 1 red. It has flanking. It also says if Tellum attacks, all attacking creatures with flanking get +1/+1. So F.
Yeah. Zerilian
Zerlin.
of the Claw. The dragon is a 3 colorless, 2 red, 3/4. The tap ability to pay 1 colorless, 2 red, search your library for a dragon card and put it into play, as Zoro just played. Shuffle your library afterwards. That creature is unaffected by summoning sickness. Remove the creature from the game at the end of any turn.
For 3 mana, you go get a Shivan Dragon and put it on the battlefield. In the 99, this is also insane. But as a commander, go get Shivan Dragon. Go get any other big dragon at this time that's mono red.
It's not awful.
I'd say it's a B, yeah.
Tutoring for a dragon is pretty decent.
I'd say as time goes on, it gets better, but also gets worse. Like, it gets better because there are better dragons, but it gets worse because there are better dragons that you can play instead of this. Anyway, next we have Asmira, Holy Avenger. It is a 2/3 for 2 colorless, 1 green and 1 white. It has flying, and at the end of each turn, put a +1/+1 counter on Asmira for each creature put into the graveyard from play.
Into your graveyard.
Yeah, into your graveyard. I wish this was black and
So
any other color.
Some sacrifice shit.
Yeah, the fact that this is green-white, you basically have to play a token deck and just attack. And yeah, that is the end. Oh, we can just do 1997. All right, we're gonna go on to. We ranked that as a B. We're gonna go on to 1997, and then we'll even do 1998. So you guys are getting a 4-year video. So, I did the last one. So you get to do this one.
Gallowbraid. This horrifying looking thing with Karen hair is a 3. It's a 5/5 for 5.
Mm-hmm.
So you got 3 colors, 2 black with trample, but that cumulative.
Yeah.
Okay, I was just making
A
sure I could say it
cumulative
right.
upkeep of 1.
So that means your next upkeep you're paying 1. The next one you're paying 2. And I forgot if it doubles or you just add 1 each time.
I think you just add 1.
I think so too.
Yeah.
But that just doesn't seem worth. You're just paying life to keep this 5 mana for 5 around. And it just keeps getting more expensive and more expansive.
I'd say as a commander it's bad. In the 99, I'd say it's pretty decent. In fact, I think both of these two are pretty decent in the 99.
I'd say
as
a
commander,
it's a D.
Yeah, because then you'll have command tax after it dies. Next up, we have Morinfen. It's the same thing as the other one, except for it's a 5/4 and it has flying instead of trample.
Meraxis of Keld. It's a 4 colorless, 2 red. It's an XX. And Meraxis of Keld has power and toughness equal to the total number of untapped artifacts, creatures, and lands you control.
So this is a commander that I've seen played in very casual games even nowadays. It focuses on getting a lot of... It plays things today like Dockside Extortionist. It plays a bunch of other red things that create untapped artifacts. Plays a lot of artifacts. And it's a really good card. Even nowadays it's decent. I'd say it's a C tier nowadays. Or even probably D. But anyway, still pretty alright.
Yeah, he's probably a B, though, for this list.
Yeah, for this list, I'd say it's a B. Alright, next up we have Orim, Samite Healer. It's a 1/3 for 1 generic and 2 white. And it says this counts as a cleric. So it is a cleric card. And you can tap it to prevent up to 3 damage to any creature or player.
That is
high
very
D,
niche.
low C.
Yeah. We got
Eladinamir.
Eladamir.
Well, yeah, but then it's got the IE.
Eladamir.
So it's Eladamri.
Alright, we got some elf boy, Lord of Leaves. He is a 2 green, 2/2 summon legend. All elves gain Forest Walk.
And all elves have Shroud. No, yeah, have Shroud. Which is pretty good. I mean, yeah, sure, you can't target anything, but it's also a commander for 2. The art is sick. It looks like you're on an acid trip. All elves have Force Walk, so as long as you're playing against green, you're unblockable.
Yeah, I'd say it's a B. Giving stuff Shroud's pretty decent.
I'd even say A. Low A.
Strong elves back then, though.
There's like a bunch of 1/1s, like Llanowar elves. And
yeah, that's just a man.
strong elves don't exist. At all. You get to decent elves, but not strong elves.
I'd say he's
even
a B.
nowadays.
Shroud's pretty good. Forest Walk's
I might pick one up for my elf deck.
Yeah.
because I currently want to run a Marwyn deck. Alright, next up, we have a commander that's still kind of played today. But mostly now in the 99. I'd say probably 5 years ago she was more or less played as like one or two commanders in one or two commander decks. This is Selena Dark Angel. She counts as an angel, so she's a 3/3 angel for 3 generic, 1 white, 1 black. And she has flying, and you can pay 2 life and return her to her owner's hand. So she avoids board wipes, she avoids kill spells. If someone's going to go put like an enchantment on her that keeps her tapped, anything like that, she can avoid it.
She's alright. I mean, a 5-mana 3/3 with flying's kind of eh.
Look at those thighs. Squish my
That
face
piece
in
of
them.
cardboard.
Yeah, but squish my face in them. Yeah, but...
She's very meh. I give it like
I give
a
her B.
C.
I was going to give her A, but I'll give her B.
She's not that good.
She's pretty cool, though.
Yeah, but we're
All
basing
right,
them on like how good
I'll give
they
her
be.
B. Alright, 1998.
Stronghold.
This is a fantastic year. We get into some unsets, and there is a god tier commander in this year.
We got Krovax the Cursed. It's a 2 colorless, 2 black 0/0. Krovax the Cursed counts as a vampire. Krovax comes into play with 4 1/1 counters on him. During your upkeep, sacrifice a creature and put a 1/1 counter on Krovax, or remove a 1/1 counter from Krovax. You can pay 1 black, and he gets flying until end of turn.
I'd say he's pretty decent.
Yeah, he's a sacrifice outlet once per your turn. He gets bigger, you can give him flying. He's alright.
I give him, for this year, considering all the years previous,
He's like a B.
I give him a B or even an A.
Yeah.
Alright, next up, we have a god tier commander. This is Sliver Queen, still played as some Sliver commanders, as the commander in some Sliver decks. Mostly she's the 99 now, but Slivers are overpowered. So, Sliver Queen, she is Wooburg. She is a 7/7 Wooburg, so that's 1 white, 1 blue, 1 red, 1 green, and 1 black. Not in that order. Sliver Queen counts as a sliver, and then you can pay 2 to put a sliver token into play. Treat that as a 1/1 colorless creature. So she is a sliver that creates more slivers. God tier.
Yeah, really good.
Yeah. So God tier?
The reason she's really good now is because she's a combo piece.
Well, she was really good then because slivers in general are broken. She's still... You can even run her in like non-sliver Wooburg decks now. As long as you're creating infinite mana, you can create infinite 1/1s.
If you're running a 5-color deck.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, she's pretty good. I can say she's high S God tier. Pretty good.
So are we agreeing on God tier or S?
Eh,
Because I say God tier.
sure. Urtai, Wizard Adept.
Urtai has a lot of different printings. Anyway.
2 colorless, 1 blue for a 1/1. Urtai counts as a wizard. You can pay 2 colorless, 2 blue, and tap. Counter target spell.
So it's a counter spell on legs. But it's also a 1/1 and it costs 3 and then it costs 4 to activate.
Yeah, but people, I don't know, I feel like they're not really going to want to waste kill spells on this 1/1.
Yeah, I also,
Especially a 1/1 that can just counter said kill spell, you know,
yeah.
as long as
And if you can somehow find a way to untap, and if you have a lot of mana, you can keep...
I feel like this is a very strong politic piece as well.
Yeah, you could keep people alive.
I'd say it's a B.
Yeah, I was going to say B. Now we have a sexy furry. We have Miri.
What?
Well, if you were a furry, I'd figure she'd be sexy. She's thick, she got boobies, she's like flexible.
Are you a furry?
No.
Why'd you call it sexy?
I was assuming that if you were a furry, you would find her sexy. Whatever. Miri Cat Warrior is a 2/3 for 1 generic and 2 green, and it says this is a cat warrior. Then it has first strike and forest walk, and then attacking does not cause this to tap. So it is a 2/3 with forest walk, first strike, and vigilance. I'd say A tier, or even S.
Yeah, I'd say A. It's pretty decent for its mana cost. First strike, forest walk.
Alright, you
Alright.
got the first uncard, the unsets technically aren't legal in Commander. However, if your playgroup allows them, you can play with them. Look at those horrible Pringles they got on the table. That's awful.
We got Jalum Grifter. You got 3 colorless, 2 red for a 3/5. He has a tap ability to pay 1 colorless, 1 red, tap him. Put Jalum Gifter and 2 lands you control face down in front of target opponent. After revealing each card to him or her, then rearrange the order of the 3 cards as often as you wish, keeping them on the table at all times. That opponent then chooses one of those cards. If a land is chosen, destroy target card in play. Otherwise, sacrifice Jalum Grifter.
So if Jalum is picked, you sacrifice him, but if not, you get to destroy a card.
Too much randomness. That's...
Yeah, it's fun. That's what the unsets are. They're random.
Well, we're ranking these on how good they'd be. This is like
yeah.
a D.
Oh, I was going to give it an A.
No, this is...
All right, we'll agree on a C.
This is not that good.
It's fun, though. It's really fun.
Yeah, but...
So on how good it is, it's bad. But it's really fun. So that's why I'm bumping it up to a C, not a D. All right, next up we have Timmy, the Power Gamer. He is a 1/1 for 4. 2 generic and 2 green. You can pay 4 and put target creature into play from your hand. God tier.
Yeah.
My one problem is it's a 1/1 for 4.
That doesn't matter.
It also costs 4 to activate its ability.
Creature.
So, but that is awesome. So, God tier.
We got Baron, Master Wizard.
Mm-hmm.
1 colorless, 2 blue for a 1/1. Baron counts as a wizard. You can pay 2, sacrifice a permanent, return target creature to owner's hand.
So, it can bounce an opponent's creature. It can save one of yours. It can even save himself.
At the cost of a permanent and 2 mana.
I mean, really, what you could do is tap 2 lands and sacrifice one of those lands if you wanted to.
Yeah, but who likes sacking lands,
Well, no
especially
one. I
in
was just
blue?
saying. But, I don't know.
He's like a
Say a C.
C.
Yeah,
Yeah.
C. Alright, next up we have Karn, Silver Golem. Karn, Silver Golem is a 4/4 for 5 generic mana. And it says, whenever Karn, Silver Golem blocks or becomes blocked, it gets -4/+4 until end of turn. Then you can pay 1. Target non-creature artifact is an artifact creature with power and toughness equal to the to its casting cost. Yeah, that's pretty good. So I'd say he's an A-tier commander. So that was all of these years. That was what, 1996 through 1998. So that was 96, 97, 98. That was 3 years of Magic gone down the drain. What would you say out of these 3 years is the best commander? I'm thinking it's Timmy or the Sliver Queen, but I'll let you decide what the best commander was out of these 3 years.
I'd say Skeleton Ship.
No.
I don't know. Out of these,
3 years. Yes.
probably like the best commander, or the most popular. Or
The best. The one that
The
you think is
best?
number 1.
probably Timmy.
Timmy?
But he I don't know. He's an uncard.
He's
so.
also, yeah, he's technically not legal, but
I'd say Sliver Queen.
Sliver Queen? Just 'cause
Slivers are
she's legal?
strong. You have all 5 colors.
yeah, I'd say Timmy, Sliver Queen, or Marique. I'd say those are one of the best. So I'd say because we both agreed on Sliver Queen, if Timmy was legal, Timmy would be the best card. But we're agreeing on Sliver
There is
Queen.
a legal version of Timmy.
The Power Gamer?
Well, there's a card that does pretty much the exact same thing.
Well, yeah, but
It's
not
just more
back then.
expensive. Oh, yeah.
So yeah, if Timmy was legal, Timmy's the best. Because Sliver Queen is legal, we are voting Sliver Queen as the number 1 legendary creature of these 3 years from 1995. Wait, is that 95 or 96?
96.
Wait, no, it was 95.
It
We started in
was?
95, yeah, because we ended. So yeah, the last 4 years. Out of these 4 years, the Sliver Queen is the number 1 commander. Please come back next time where we will hit 1999 because there was not, because there was quite a few legendary creatures in 1999. Anyway, I hope you all enjoy, and we will see you in the next one. Bye-bye!
Bye.